Hi y'all, I'm Chizzy and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, thank you for stopping by, and if you've been here, love you so much. So we're going to get into today's video, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can change your life before 2024. So essentially in 3 months, you're going to conduct a complete revamp of your life. And honestly, I have gone through phases where I'm like, okay, let me wait till January 1st, it's a new year. But ever since I started working out and taking fitness seriously, I realized this mentality of, oh, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start next week, I'll start next month, is only you procrastinating. If you want to make real change, you can start now, and it's better you start now while you still have the momentum in your head. So let me briefly explain the concept to you. In software development, we have something called cycles. A cycle may be about 3 months, and in those 3 months, you have sprints. So some companies have sprints every 1 week, it could be every 2 weeks, but the point is that you dedicate yourself to like a whole project for 3 months, and then every 2 weeks, every week, you go back and you iterate to see what you need to improve. And so to me, I think this is literally like the best thing that has happened to me, like to start thinking in terms of like cycles. Whenever I have goals for the year, I actually break them down into quarters, so it kind of matches what I'm talking about with cycles. And so that's 3 months. Like, it's easier to focus on something if you know the end is near, and if you know you can continue to iterate and improve on it, as opposed to having a goal that's year long. So basically, that's why this is a perfect time frame, and you definitely want to start now, because you are going to feel so much better that you've started before everyone. Let's be honest, you're going to be a newer and improved version of yourself, and you're still giving yourself time to accomplish something you've had before the year. Even if it's something you've been procrastinating all year, this is the time to work on it. So let's get into the actionable tips I have for you that's going to help you to actually change your life and achieve all your goals you have for the rest of the year. So the first one is to pick your specific area of interest. I would actually recommend you pick 3 areas that you want to focus on improving. So that could be your fitness, it could be your health, it could be career, relationships, your spirituality. There's so many aspects to pick from, but I recommend that you pick only 3, because this allows you to be more focused in your efforts, and it helps you to really, pinpoint all the things you're going to track going forward. You don't want to pick about 7, 8 different aspects, because that's just going to be hard. In fact, what I do recommend is that you pick 3 for the rest of these 3 months, and then for the next 3 months in the beginning of 2024, then you focus on another set of 3. Try thinking in 3s. It really helps with planning and making sure you're staying on track. Also, whenever you pick out these goals, you want to make sure that they are SMART. For example, S means specific. You want the goal to be specific. So for example, I want to be more productive during the day so I can have more time to work on my side hustle. Next, you want the goal to be measured. For example, I'm going to track the hours I worked on my side hustle this week. Then next, you want it to be achievable. It needs to be something you actually see yourself accomplishing within your dedicated time frame. So for example, I have free hours during the day, but I spend them using social media and using my phone. So that means to me my goal is achievable, because I do have free time I can dedicate towards my side hustle. You want the goal to also be relevant, so you want to tie it to something, in your life. So for example, I want to work on my side hustle so I can develop another source of income. So you're tying this to something relevant, your livelihood, and just being able to be comfortable in your life. And lastly, you want it to be timely. And that's where our 3 months comes in. We're setting a time frame. The second point I have is that you want to create a plan. So I'm sure everyone has heard this, but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if you set out, okay, I want to start working out, or I want to start eating healthy, and you have no plan or no course of action, you're not going anywhere, because you've not set out a roadmap that's going to take you to where you're trying to go. Now that you have your goals picked out, you're going to set out a detailed plan as to how you're going to accomplish them. So for example, if I was someone who wanted to start working out, I would probably join a group fitness class. I would actually sign up and I'll actually book classes. Or if I was someone who was trying to, work out on my own, I would get a trainer, or I would buy a workout fitness plan. In that plan, I'm going to know how many steps and how many sets, how many reps I'm going to be doing at the gym, what particular exercises am I going to be doing, what are my fitness goals, like what am I trying to work on, am I trying to lose weight, gain weight, build muscle, what exercises am I going to use to target that area. In fact, if you don't have a gym membership yet, get it now. You need to get it now so you've made that commitment. Another example, if you're someone who is trying to dress better, you want to present yourself to the world in a particular way because it makes you feel better, and it also just helps in terms of what you attract in the earth, then you want to be intentional. Go on Pinterest and you can start to look up styles and try to figure out what exactly is your style. Once you pick those out, I would suggest you open like a notes in your phone, and you start to put the pieces that you want. Whenever you go shopping, make sure you're buying the things that you planned that's going to fit into that whole aesthetic or vibe you're going for. But the point is that you have a plan, you have a course of action, and you have something that's going to help you get to your destination. So you always want to make sure you're creating a plan, because that's the foundation of you actually achieving your goals. Our third point is to hold yourself accountable. And I'm kind of saying these things in chronological order, right? So you know your goals, you've created your plan. Now you're going to set up a system for holding yourself accountable. Because before you even start making actions, you want to make sure that there's like something there that's like, okay, this is what we're doing, we're tracking it, and we're going to make sure that it happens. There are two ways you can do this, right? You can have an accountability partner, so you can have a friend, a family member, someone close to you that you trust, who kind of checks in on you or makes sure that you're doing what you said you were going to do, or you have a partner who is doing something with you. I think this is a great method, especially if you're someone who needs external accountability. But sometimes you actually want to work on things on your own, just to know that you can do it yourself and you are capable of intrinsically motivating yourself. So the other method I propose, and this is what I actually like to do, is creating a spreadsheet. So you're going to open a spreadsheet on your, on your laptop or whatever, and you're going to have the goals you have. So for example, you have, let's say I want to start, taking my fitness seriously, I want to work on my relationships, and I want to work on my spiritualities. Let's say those are my goals. You're going to put all of those down, you're going to break it down. So for example, let's take fitness. I want to take my fitness seriously. You're going to have the action items next to it. An item that says, go to the gym 4 times a week. You're going to have something that says 10K steps every day. And you're going to have something that says eat healthy meals 5 times out of the 7 days in the week. So these are actionable points that you can go in there and actually track and see how you're doing. So you're going to break every other goal out like that. And then after doing that, you're now going to have your weeks lined up. So week 1, week 2, week 3, however many weeks, maybe 12 weeks left in the year or so, and you're going to have the dates in there. And every week you're going to go back and you're going to put notes. How did I do this week? Was it good? Was it moderate? Was it bad? And then you're going to be able to look into that and be like, okay, this is what I need to improve going forward. Oh, I didn't go to the gym 3 times this week. I was busy. Okay, so next week, I'm going to try to go in the morning, very early in the morning before I go to work, or I'll try to go in the evening. If I know I get tired in the evening, then I probably want to go in the morning. So you're going to be able to make adjustments based on what you're seeing on your spreadsheet. And I love this spreadsheet method because it's trackable, it's actionable, and it's easy to go back and see what wasn't working and help use that to go forward. And then we move on to my 4th point, which is to remove impediments. If you're familiar with the book Atomic Habits, I actually recommend this book for everyone. To me, it's like the Bible of productivity and habit building. But the 3rd law in Atomic Habits states, make it easy. So if you're trying to create a habit, if you're working towards a goal, the best thing you can do for yourself is to make it easy. You want to remove any obstacle that's going to make it hard for you or prevent you from, taking steps towards where you're going towards. So for example, I want to start going to the gym 4 times a week. My tip to you would be, you have your workout plan, right? Because I said create your plan. You have your plan, you have, let's say you know what you're going to eat, you know your goals, all of that. The night before, make sure you've laid out your gym wear, lay out your top, your bottom, put your socks there, put your shoes, put your gym bag, so that when you wake up in the morning, there's nothing There's no like, oh, I don't know what to wear, I don't know, like, where's my protein shake? No, you just wake up and you go, carry your things and go. You've removed obstacles that will prevent you from creating excuses towards achieving your goals. So let me tell you another one that really helps me with like eating healthy, because obviously that's a very big part of you trying to, improve your fitness. Let me tell you, when I'm laying down, I don't know how many times I've been like, oh, I just feel like eating some chips, some junk food that maybe I shouldn't be eating based on my goals, and I go into my pantry and there's nothing there because I don't buy it and put it in my home. That is exactly why I don't put snacks at home, because trust me, if I'm just feeling like, oh, let me just have a snack, if there's a snack there, I will eat it at like 10 p.m. at night, even if that's not what I want for myself. So honestly, a good example of removing impediments is to get rid of all the snacks or things that may not be supporting your goals, and then have fruits, have yogurt. If you want something sweet, have some Greek yogurt at home, have some fruits. That's something that will satisfy you. If your plan is to save more money, make sure you create a budget and you actually allocate your savings before you, and savings and your needs before you start getting any spending money out. If people are inviting you to go out every week, say no, because you have your goal, right? You've already removed impediments by creating that budget. You know the number you're going for, and if that number is not getting there, you're not budging. All right, my next practical tip is time blocking. Time blocking. So we have our goals, right? We know what we're trying to achieve. But what happens day to day? I have 24 hours in the day. How is my 24 hours split for me to be able to achieve my goals? So that's where time blocking comes in. With time blocking, you actually go into your day and you start to allot time blocks towards the tasks that you want to accomplish. So for example, let's say you have your full day. I'm going to say I like to work out in the morning. So for me, my workout time is like from 5 to 7 a.m. That's already there in my time block. I come home, I have my shower and have breakfast 7 to 9 a.m. I do my work 9 a.m. to about 4 p.m. and then 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I will literally put it there. I'm going on a walk and then I come back. I have, okay, let me read a book for 30 minutes. So basically you're going in your day and you're putting in the things that you have to accomplish. This is also complementary to having lists. Obviously you want to have, you wake up every day, you're like, okay, what are the top 3 things I want to accomplish this day? You have your list, but it's also advisable to go a step further and put time blocks of those list items into your calendar so you know exactly when you're supposed to perform them, and it just helps you to stay on track. Make sure you're putting fun things in there. You don't want it to be all work, 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 work. You always want to have a, reward system. So for example, you work for 2 hours, then, you get to stand up and go take a walk outside, or you get to have like a music break, or you do your work and then you have your breakfast. Just try to switch it up because you want to eliminate burnout. So time block doesn't have to be an everyday thing, right? If you're productive 4 or 5 days out of the week, like at least, touching on the things you said you were going to do, then I think you're fine. Another tip I have in terms of this time blocking category is the Pomodoro technique. If you've not heard of this, this will change your life. So the Pomodoro technique it's kind of a focus-based system people use to, have periods where you're working and then you have rest periods. So for example, with the Pomodoro technique, I could work for 25 minutes straight and then I have a 5-minute break. So that's one session. And then I have another 25 minutes where I work, another 5-minute break. So that's 2 sessions. So you can say to yourself today, okay, today I'm going to complete 2 Pomodoro work sessions. And once you get to that, 1 hour time frame, then you're like, okay, I've done this, I've allotted this time. I use this app called Focus. It's on if you go on the App Store, I'm sure they have it on the Apple Store, the Google Store, but if you go on there, you can get this app called Focus, and all you have to do is, go into the app and select, okay, start a session, and it just does the timer for you. You can change how much time you want to, balance out your sessions to be. But I like to do 25-minute sessions of work and 5-minute sessions of rest. So as soon as that 25 minutes is up, it alerts you, and then you start your break session. And once your break session is up, it alerts you again, and then you start your work session. So trust me, it really tricks my brain. It's like, okay, I've put this timer on, I'm in the zone. Like, I don't know how it does it. I could be procrastinating on something, but anytime I put that app on, because I have it on my Apple Watch, anytime I put that thing on, I'm zoom and I'm actually in the focus zone. So I highly recommend it. Check out the focus app on your, your device store. And last but not least, my last tip is to celebrate milestones. So with anything you are doing, you want to enjoy the process. I don't believe in like focusing solely on the end goal. That's a very fast way to not get to where you're trying to go. Obviously you want to have it in mind because that's your target, but you also want to make sure you're enjoying the journey and you're celebrating milestones. So for example, let's say, oh, for the next 2 weeks I'm going to go to the gym 5 times out of the week, and if I get it, then I'm going to get a massage, right? That's me setting a reward for myself. That massage is something that makes me happy, but it's also inherently related to my goals. Because a massage, if you're working out for that many, many days out of the week, then your body is probably sore, and that's a perfect reward for you to give yourself. Don't do something like, oh, I worked out 5 times out of the week, so I'm going to binge eat for the next 3 days. That's a reward, but it's counterproductive to your goal, if you get what I'm saying. So just make sure you're doing things that, make you happy. So let's say, okay, my goal is to save more money. If I save $200 in this 2 months or in this 1 month or something, then I'm going to treat myself to a meal out, like a dine out meal or something. So yeah, make sure you're incorporating those so you're enjoying the process, and try to gamify it, right? It's like, okay, I'm trying to save money, $500, boom, boom, boom. It's a game. I've hit my target. Now I even want to get more. Like, try to gamify it in your mind, because that's what keeps it fresh and keeps it fun. Alright, with that being said, those are my main actionable tips you can take to start working towards your goal this year and to achieve your goal. Remember, we have 3 months left in the year. Guys, this is the perfect time frame. Like I mentioned, this is a cycle. Think of your year in terms of quarters. This is 1 quarter, and you have time to zone in and focus on specific goals. And it's a short enough time frame to where it's like, okay, I can do this, I can actually start. And think of how much better you would be if you start now versus you waiting till the new year to start working on your goals, where everyone is working on their goals as well. So it's like, what's special? This is your building time. This is like, I'm in my zone time. So make sure you take advantage of it. Alright, but yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like the video, please don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, share to someone who would actually benefit from this video. And don't forget to come back to my channel if you're interested in fitness, productivity, lifestyle videos. I will see you guys next time. Bye.